Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about and breaking down Ayo Dosunmu's offseason for the Chicago Bulls. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a bunch of updates surrounding Ayo, throwing up a bunch of pictures and videos of all of his offseason workouts, and just talking about who's going to be the Bulls starting point guard in this upcoming season. But before I jump into today's video, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Also, leave a quick like below today's video. It takes a second and helps me out a lot, and leave some comments and questions below today's video about Ayo's off-season workouts and these updates, and who you guys expect and want the Chicago Bulls starting point guard to be heading into this NBA season. Now, let me just give a quick little update on the channel before I jump into today's video. I just want to say sorry for the lack of videos. I've been super busy with work and personal life, but I'm definitely trying to post more videos, and leaving a like and comment and sharing this with a friend definitely helps out my channel and the video, and it obviously makes me want to make more videos, seeing you guys liking the videos and commenting on these videos. Also, huge shout out to 3T Workouts for putting out most of these workouts on Instagram. Definitely go give him a follow over there. He posted a bunch of these. But nonetheless, let's just jump right into today's video, because I think going into this offseason, a lot of Bulls fans and Ayo Dosunmu himself knew that he had a lot to work on. Now, I think it's quite clear Ayo was very disappointed in how he did play last year, and I think most Bulls fans would agree that Ayo kind of struggled last year, and he was in and out of the rotation, and his minutes were kind of all over the place some nights. Now, after a rough NBA season, and right when it did finish, Ayo Dosunmu went straight into the gym working out. I'll make sure to throw up this video. In this video, he was mainly working on his pick and roll action, and just Ayo taking some three-pointers and taking some middies. Now, this video was posted back in April. So right after the NBA season, Ayo went right into the gym, and that's not shocking at all. I think we all know Ayo. He's obviously a super hard worker. He's a great kid. He's from Chicago. And obviously, in this past offseason, the Chicago Bulls did re-sign Ayo Dosunmu to a 3-year contract, which I am very happy with. Now, with that being said, and how busy and how crowded this Bulls backcourt is, and honestly just how crowded this Bulls roster is with guards, you know, this roster is so guard heavy. There was a lot of articles that were kind of bashing the Bulls bringing back Ayo, and they were kind of just surprised about it. And especially when the Bulls did sign Javon Carter on the opening night of free agency, it did seem like Ayo Dosunmu's future with the Bulls, it seemed kind of in jeopardy. Now, in a recent article that Casey Johnson did write about, he was talking to Bulls GM Mark Eversley, and Mark was talking about the Bulls re-signing Ayo Dosunmu, and he did say Ayo, obviously, you know, he's obviously a Chicago kid. He has a different pride wearing a Bulls uniform. He was kind of thrown into it his rookie year, started a bunch of games. He was leaned on heavily last year and started a bunch of games as well. Now, Mark did continue, and he did say he would not argue with me. He didn't have quite the second year he thought he might have. Call it a sophomore slump. But we've seen him in the Advocate Center and how hard he has worked from the end of this season to today, and there's nothing but good things that are going to happen to him. Now, obviously, Mark coming out and talking about Ayo's offseason and saying that he's pretty much having a big offseason and that he's been putting in a bunch of work is obviously awesome to hear from the Bulls GM. And I think it's quite clear, especially in most of these workout videos, Ayo has been working on his three-point shot and tightening up his handles, which is a great sign to see, because in Ayo Dosunmu's rookie season, he did shoot about 38% from three-point range, and then last year he only did shoot about 31%, which was a big drop-off, and that's obviously a focal point for his off-season work. And I mean, I've said this in past videos, and I know a lot of Bulls fans do agree, and honestly, I do too. The eye test doesn't lie. Just watching Ayo Dosunmu this past season, he kind of did struggle, especially shooting from three. But if you look at his numbers and his stats comparing last season to his rookie season, they're almost identical. Besides his three-point percentage, obviously, if Ayo can just get that three-point percentage up a little bit more, you know, Ayo's only 23 years old. He's obviously from Chicago. He's a 6'4" point guard. He's very lengthy. If Ayo could just get that three-point shot up back to what he was shooting around in his rookie season, I feel like he's going to be a very good player for the Chicago Bulls team in this upcoming season. Now, I do believe it's going to be hard for Ayo to crack some minutes. I feel like Jevon Carter is going to be the starting point guard. And then obviously you have Caruso, Ayo, Kobe White. This Bulls team is so guard heavy, but given that Billy Donovan likes to play small ball lineups, and I think it's quite clear that Billy Donovan does trust Ayo Dosunmu a lot, I do expect him to get some minutes here and there. Now, as of today, I'm not a betting man or nothing like that, but if I had to bet money who would be the Bulls starting point guard going into this NBA season, I feel like it has to be Jevon Carter. The Bulls went out and signed him on day one, right when free agency started. I would be very shocked if any other player is the Bulls starting point guard. Definitely leave your thoughts and opinions below today's video about who you guys want the Bulls starting point guard to be. Now, with that being said, and given how guard heavy this roster has been, I saw this stat on Twitter a few days ago that Ayo Dosunmu has started more games for this Bulls team since his time in Chicago than coming off the bench. And that's a really interesting stat. Now, obviously, due to the Lonzo Ball injury, that has a lot to do with it, but I think it's quite clear that Billy Donovan likes Ayo and trusts Ayo Dosunmu a lot. I mean, this article did come out recently from Sports Illustrated, and Ayo Dosunmu was talking about how crowded this Bulls roster is. And this quote that I'm about to read from him makes me very happy, and it just makes me proud of Ayo Dosunmu and just happy that he's a Chicago Bull. And Ayo did say, "I'm going to make a way. That's all I can say. You know, I always want to come out here and compete. Anyone who says they don't want to start, they would be not telling the truth. But that's something that will be taken care of in training camp." Now, I feel like that is a bold statement from Ayo. That's pretty much saying that he's going to come out there and work his ass off, and he's going to be the Bulls starting point guard in my eyes. Now, at the end of the day, no matter who the Bulls starting point guard is or who's coming off the bench, I believe this Bulls team is very set at the point guard position. It's going to be very interesting to see which point guard is going to be the starting point guard and just all the lineups Billy Donovan can throw out there now, especially with all these point guard options. And obviously, this roster is very guard heavy. But no matter what, it's very good to hear that Ayo is having a big off season. I'm happy he's back, and hopefully he gets some consistent minutes in this upcoming season. A part of me feels like Ayo is going to get a lot of consistent minutes in this upcoming season, but then there's also a part of me that feels like Ayo could be the odd man out. I don't know. As of today, I have Jevon Carter being the starting point guard, and then obviously I say Kobe White being the sixth man or maybe the backup shooting guard. But no matter what, then where do you play Alex Caruso? I really don't want Billy Donovan to continue to play AC at the power forward position. I don't know. Billy Donovan definitely has a lot of options and lineups that I'm going to be very interested in seeing. But nonetheless, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video and all the workouts and pictures. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I really do appreciate it. Have a good one.